Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We're all set to bring you a terrific contest here as these two divisional rivals renew acquaintances for the first time this season. There's always a little something extra at stake when these teams face off. It's the Dolphins going up against the Patriots. So with that, let's get up to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are about an hour's drive southwest of downtown Boston in the area known as Patriot Place, Gillette Stadium, here in Foxborough. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they, too, were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The ball popped in the air, and now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Wide open receiver complete. And now the rookie's free. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Red zone opportunity.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this will wind up being a poor decision to bring it out as he's out of bounds shy of the 20. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a look here at their go-to guy under center. One receiver left, 2 to the right. They'll give it to him right up the gut. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And here's a look at the starting offense. Seven yards to go on 2nd down.
Let's go. All right, now, look at 56.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The play clock's running down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A quick look here at the Patriot defense.
You have to love Jamie Collins. You can use him just about anywhere on the defense. Inside linebacker, outside linebacker, defensive end. He might even play a little bit of safety if you give him the chance.
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. The front office all smiles when the ink went dry on this new contract.
Not only them, how about the coaching staff? Because oftentimes the front office and the coaching staff may have different opinions about the value of a player. I think everyone was in sync on this one. He's a guy that they needed to keep.
Time running out here on the play clock, and they'll go on the ground. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down.
Offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. And the penalty now makes it 1st and 20. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a big play for the Dolphins here on 3rd down. 45 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
Let's go. Blue Lightning.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. It's the fullback, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
I like a fancy playbook as much as anyone, but sometimes, certain situations, they just call for doing the basics.
That's what they did. Gave it to the big boy, and he got in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Automatic 1st down.
Hey. 4 down. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got time. Great protection. It's loose, and the Dolphins have got it. A bad third down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. On the give, this is their fullback. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on 1st down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
Green 39.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll try and run with their fullback. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, you know, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
Offense. Still 1st down.
1st and 15 here behind the chains. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 4 yards there on the carry. Gets it back to 2nd and 11.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Third down now following the run.
Let's go. 3-19.
Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Holding. Offense. The penalty is declined.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we can put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move to the next series.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. A big play there on the catch and run. 87 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability?
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point attempt here still to come. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain. I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually, he's able to use his body and catch the football. But a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
And this time, he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. At the end of 1, 14 apiece is the score. And we'll return to Foxborough after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right.
Green 39! Green 39!
Play clock winding down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
They come up in an offset eye. Shift together here from the D-line.
Now look at 56.
And They'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. The play clock's running down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So the Patriots coming out now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. Now a handoff here to his running back. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Let's go!
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And the Dolphins getting set to go here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And he'll get this up to about the 40. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
That was a good chunk of yardage picked up there. And big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Let's go.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And some space here. And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
Holding. Offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and 10. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no order. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Time running out here on the play clock. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range.
Delay of game. Offense.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. look to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
How about the timing on that one? Where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Surveying the field. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That 1st down run could not have turned out worse for our defense, because when they came out on the field, their #1 mission, keep them stacked up close to their goal line, and at worst, create great field position for their offense.
He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 89 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And he puts it through. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
LR, plenty to show in this one.
Going to be a busy man at intermission. They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
I have to say that was a surprise call on 3rd and inches. I thought they'd try and run the football there, but you got to believe they thought they'd surprise the defense and pick up something downfield, but that one goes incomplete.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. But he will not make the first down marker, and that'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going to throw right side here, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Back to throw now on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And quickly they get to the line.
Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Frank's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Patriots are behind right now and certainly will need to tweak some things. The Dolphins, on the other hand, are just showing more of what they showed last week by playing good football. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Patriots have the football early in the first. Pass coverage will break down here. And a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. Patriots tie it up at 7. Dolphins have it midway through the first. Completion will be made here to a wide open man. And the play will come to an end after a gain of 45. Dolphins now later on the drive. It's going to be a run play here. And he'll go in for the score. That takes the lead up to 7. Dolphins have it late in the second. Here a throw deep down the field is caught. And that goes as a 90-yard touchdown. Dolphins is up now by 7.
Okay, Larry, thank you. Welcome, everyone, back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. They come out here in the eye. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Play clock winding down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
You have to love and admire the effort because he almost broke free in the backfield, but you also have to love and admire what the defense did. Swarmed the play and made sure he couldn't get anywhere. A loss of yardage.
Fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long third down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run.
Let's go. 3-19.
The play clock's running down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jamie Collins with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. Now, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. It's a pickup of 16 there that'll lead to a new set of downs. And after that rough game last week, you see the improvement here in this one, no doubt. I thought they might defensively take the blueprint and try to hold him down. But whatever they've tried to do, it hasn't worked as well.
And I think the reason it hasn't worked as well is that they found the gaps between coverage. And what I mean by that is ordinarily, with a player of this caliber and stature, try to make sure you're on him right off the line of scrimmage. Bump him, get him off his route. What he's doing, though, is getting off the line of scrimmage, and before the second guy can get involved in the play, the ball's being delivered. That allows him to get upfield and make even bigger plays. No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll drop the throw. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. On play action, they'll throw. Finding time. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll run it here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So this is the 2nd consecutive week, as you look at the numbers, that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week. Can they snap it together? Can they get back in sync? Because normally we see them go together very, very well.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
It should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now they try the right side here. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The 13 yards that time and a first.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
They come up in an offset eye. And it's first and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. It's the fullback. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And when they called that play, I'm not sure they expected it to go all the way to the end zone. Nice little reward, though.
Without a doubt, and sometimes I think the offensive line gets a little bit more inspiration when they know that guy's going to get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often. They want to reward him for all that good blocking he does as well.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
When I see Cameron Wake make plays like that, I can't help but shake my head sometimes. He had to go to Canada first before he came back to the NFL, where he's now an all-pro.
Yeah, undrafted out of Penn State, but look at him now.
Just think about all the pass rushing moves he has.
And look out, I think he's going to go. And all the way in, touchdown, New England. Their dangerous wide receiver, 78 yards. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
And he'll bang that one through. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on third. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There's no shyness there pushing the ball downfield, but I like the coverage on the play. In good position. And when you have a 50-50 ball, who's going to come down with it? I like the way they made the play. Came across and knocked it away.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Now a play fake here on first down. Incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Here we go now.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Time running out here on the play clock. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. A whole bevy of Patriots there that time to bring him down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Frank's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And back onto the field, here comes the Dolphins defense. And they forced 4 turnovers now in that last possession, most recently the interception.
I'd love to be in charge of their highlight video at the end of the season, though, because this game, you could cut it into one sequence, take away, take away, take away, take away, and everyone goes home happy.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 19, and it gives the Pats a first down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Cameron Wake in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
So a little jumpy there defensively. Ref caught him in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary. A nickel look. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Ryan Allen now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
5 yards to gain here on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Give them 11 on the gain there, and it'll give the Patriots a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, lopped it over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
Let's go!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice gain.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And he's back here in the struggle department in this one like he was a week ago. And, partner, I think you can pin some of this on that O-line. The room to run just not there.
You mentioned last week that it felt like the offensive line was getting beaten to the punch by the guys across the ball.
It was pretty evident, I thought.
I mean, they were off the ball fast, penetrating, getting into the offensive backfield, really spilling a lot of runs before they got started. So I thought your observation was spot on then, and you're right there again this week. Same thing is happening, not able to get started because they're not able to control the point of attack.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that gets him back within 10. So a miss on his first attempt, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
I know this will surprise you a little bit, Brandon, but you know kickers can be a fragile breed sometimes. You got to wonder what's going through his mind, but he didn't let that first miss impact him one bit.
Hey, I kicked back at Harrison High School. Are you calling my ilk soft? This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And making their way back out there now, the Patriots defense. They got the stop last time that resulted in a punt, and then it resulted in 3 for their offense.
And this is one time where the defense won't get credit for creating points, but that's exactly what they did. All right, forced them into a punt, turned it over to their offense, and guess what? Points went on the board.
Points went on the board, 3 of them. Now they'll be looking for another stop. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd.
Let's go! Green, 39! Hurry up, here we go!
Play clock winding down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. And you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. Are you going to win it? And in this case,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Okay, it was 4th down, but you still had time here in the 4th quarter. Instead, they make the decision to go for it on their own side of the field, and this ball winds up getting intercepted.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Shift together here from the D-line. They come up in an offset eye. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
Yeah, it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
On just about every team, okay, forget it. On every team, the goal is to be in 3rd and what they call manageable. To give yourself a chance to pick up a 1st down. How about that call on 2nd down? The big man puts them in position to make it 3rd and manageable. I wonder if he'll get a second chance at it to try and pick up the 1st down.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Down the numbers. There he goes. A great read, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception. navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 2nd and 10 here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And he'll get this. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. He's back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And at 50 seconds left, he'll spike it to stop the clock. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired. In hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Miami, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.